Can't believe he's his third time with cancer. 9 years old. 30, he had stomach cancer, and then 60, he beat colon cancer, and now 90, he had stomach cancer again. So he's a fighter. Yeah, amazing man. His name was Frank. Oh my God.
I need like a hot bath.
It's so nice hearing from them too. You know, I'm so happy they're all together. Oh my God. I'm so happy that I got to talk to him before I came in to the house. Yeah, speak to him, which is so good. They must think I'm doing okay here too, otherwise they'd be like, get your ass home.
That's true.
God. Uh-oh. Wow. Well, I love you guys.
I love you, Frankie.
For me. Oh, God. They were like, you could stay in there all day. I was like, I don't want to be alone. You know. The funeral's on Saturday. Maybe we could do a little prayer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. A little service. The boss man. God. You know, when he got ill, you know, when my aunt passed away 8 years ago, like, I was the only one that was strong enough to, like, give her eulogy and, like, be there for everybody. So I was kind of preparing myself for when he passed to, like, be there for, have that role again, you know, be, like, kind of the guy that ushers everyone. So it's just really hard for me to know that I'm here and I can't be there. You know, more for my grandmother, more for my mom and sister and my cousin. But, you know, it sounds like they've got it under control, you know. It really does. You know, they're all together, which is great. And, you know, they're going to wait to have the celebration of life when I get out. And Grandpa said specifically a few days ago that if anything were to happen, he wanted you to know how proud he is of you and that he's rooting for you to win. Even though he had no idea what was going on the show. He was watching just for you, live feeds and all.
That's awesome. That
He also insisted that whatever happened, he didn't want to interfere with his opportunity. I'm sure that he's watching you from heaven, and I'm sure that's better than any live feed we've got.
Isn't that the truth?
Imagine how confused he was just watching the show. You're like, what? Who? What's HOH? The hell does that mean? Why is he wearing that? What do you mean he's tarred and feathered?
Why isn't he wearing anything? Oh my goodness.
What's today, Wednesday? So he passed away yesterday. Oh, good. So he got to see me win HOH. That's cool. And then get tarred and feathered. And he didn't get to see me as in that referee outfit, which is probably good too. Oh, God. What the hell is he wearing? He fought World War II.
Wow.
And then he was a communications officer in the Army. And then he stationed him in San Francisco. And then, he worked for the telecommunication company for the rest of his life. He still worked. He went to work every single day. He went to work up until, like, when I was coming into this house, he was like, "Okay, I'm going to work. Goodbye." He still hasn't retired. 90 years old. Never retired. But he worked every day, too. Went to the office every single day. He was an electrical engineer. So he, like, just kept inventing new things. And he was so smart. Just smart man. And always in a suit and tie. Always. Every day. I have this picture is so funny. Me and him tanning. I'm in a bikini and he's in a suit and tie. And we were lying out together. The two Franks. Just lying out. Suit and tie. Oh my goodness. He was like a badass too when he was like young. He always told me stories about. He used to be really good friends with Rocky Graziano, who was the middleweight champion. Marciano was like Rocky. Graziano was the middleweight champion, and he used to always go places with Rocky. And Rocky wasn't allowed to fight ever because his hands are considered lethal weapons. Like, so he's never allowed to fight someone. So, like, if anyone ever picked a fight with Rocky, he'd be like, "Frank, go take care of this guy." And my grandfather would be like, "You." And my grandfather would be like, "You, outside. Let's go." He's such a badass, my grandfather. Brooklyn, Italian, it was like the real thing. It was like,
Is your mom's mom or your dad's?
My mom's dad.
Sorry.
My mom's dad. So they told me they'd give me a picture tomorrow if I win.
Oh, that's great.
So I'm gonna
Hopefully, give them a little something at the end of the show.
yeah,
Like in memory of, do the whole thing.
yeah.
I'm sure they will.
It's so fun because, like, even though, like, he was so ill, it was just like it wasn't an option that he was gonna die. It just was never an option. Oh, didn't even occur to me that it could possibly happen. I mean, like, part of me did when I was like when I was saying goodbye to him in person, I was like, I wonder if this is the last time I'll see him, it's gonna be 3 months, almost 4 months till I can see him again. But, when I left, he was doing so much better. Mm-hmm. It's cancer, man. Cancer's a bitch.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
Oh, God. Second member of my immediate family died of cancer. It's too much. Bitch of a disease. Can we get a cure for cancer, please?
Please, I would do anything for that too.
That was just not what I was expecting. I walked through the room and I was all chipper and I had my little makeup bag. And then, like, we have game related, and I was like, fuck. Oh, God. But they're letting me send a message to my family, so I have to, like... I know, right? Stay, be strong. Frank Grandy. R.I.P. Frank Grandy. R.I.P. Grandpa Grandy. Cute. Such a cute man. I want, like, all pictures of us. That's what I want. Should we make salmon? I'll cook fish. That'll make me feel better. I'm such a pretty crier. I am really, it was like jealous that my whole family's together though. Is that weird? Like they're all together, which is awesome. I miss my cousin. I'm happy that she put her in the letter too, because they're all thinking, you know. I mean, there's no way that if they couldn't do it, they would have told me to come home. Like that's the kind of family that you know, like they'd be like, come home. Sorry, you know what you're doing is great, no, but come home. Like, so since they want, you know, since they want me to stay, I'm gonna stay. But wow, it's rough, man.
Play for him now.
I will. I want to pray for my grandfather. Play for my grandfather. Because he was so strong. I mean, he overcame cancer 2.5 times. So I can get through this house with you guys. For sure. It's a pleasure. Pleasure to be here with you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
So forgive me if I'm a little out of it for a while.
You were Frank all day yesterday.
I was Frank all day yesterday in honor of him. That wasn't what my grandfather was saying. I don't know, maybe. He was pretty badass when he was like 20-something. Who knows? He could have been like that. The accent isn't that far off, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, no, he's like Brooklyn, Italian. Yeah, babe, come here. What are you doing? My favorite is my grandparents over breakfast. All they do is argue for like, they've been married for 65 years? 7 years? Yeah. Something crazy. They met when they were 11 years old. Yeah, then, you know, I always ask my grandmother, it was like, when did you know that was the man you were going to marry? And she was like, I think the first time that I saw him, when he was sitting on that stoop. I was 11 years old. They're like literally the cutest people on the planet. But in breakfast, it's like, babe, where's my bagel? Get up and get your own fucking bagel. I'm not gonna get the fucking bagel. I'm sitting down here. I already sat down. Well, fine, then I'll bring you the fucking bagel. You gotta wait a minute. I don't wanna wait a minute. So funny. So funny. They're a sitcom. And Grandpa always, don't you tweet that. Don't you put that on the internet. I don't want anybody knowing my personal business on the internet. Okay, Grandpa. I promise I won't tweet that.